I don't know if you've got your head underneath a rock or anything like that, yeah, but there's one jewelry brand that I've been telling you about for ages, yeah. Even before they sponsored the podcast, to be honest with you, and it's Crafted London. You see, this is the seasoning to my garments. Any type of thing that I'm wearing, I'll either wear 3 chains, 4 chains. Well, actually, I never wear 4 chains. I always wear 3 chains at the most, sometimes 1, sometimes a bracelet, sometimes I switch from the gold to the silver or whatever. But I love them. I just feel like they just do some very sick pieces. So, we can give you 15% off. All you got to do is use the promo code Hcpod and you will get 15% off. It is super affordable stuff. And the good thing is as well is that if anything happens to the chain or to whatever it is that you buy, you get a lifetime guarantee. For me, I'm the subtle guy. I say this all the time. Like, I always need something subtle, nothing too loud. So I'm always going for these type of chains, and Crafted London is the place for me. So I think it'll be the place for you. I'm glad that they're sponsoring the pod, and I'm glad that we're giving you the opportunity to be able to get 15% off. Also, what you should do is look out, because sometimes they do other deals where they're giving away like 30% off this, that, and the fourth. So if you check and they're doing 30% off, and then you use the promo code and you get 15% off on top of that, that's 45%. So you're good. Crafted London. I know. It's good. You've got a different type of glow now.
It's just the sun, bro. It's just the sun.
Oh, mate.
What are we talking about?
Actually,
don't even tell me.
Mitch has got a different type of glow today.
Swear that. Why? What's the glow?
Nice shirt.
The silk, little tan.
Sorry, gang, I'm eating, by the way. And obviously, Mitch is here. We're in straight away.
Yeah, let's do it. Just go.
I'm going to tell you exactly where it is.
There's a lot to talk about. But I don't know what you're planning on talking about.
What? No, we bring stuff to the table, bro. Bring stuff to the table, bro.
Swear down. Bring your bottle.
Right.
Bring your own bottle.
I know you're going gym.
I mean...
How many times a week are you going?
Bruv, the results aren't resulting, so it's a bit mad to say that, but... No, I've been going... 4 times minimum.
Why do you think the results ain't resulting then?
Not eating enough.
Right.
But do you know what it is? Do you know what it is though, yeah? It's this, see, this time of year is a weird one because I left it mad late and I'm trying to put on a bit of size. Not wham, I'm not trying to be a wham guy, but a bit of size, but also shred because it's summer. So like I'm working against myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's either I'm bulking up and that's bulk everywhere.
Yeah.
Or I'm just shredding and losing weight. It's one of the two, bro.
Yeah. You gotta just like, I mean, obviously just do what you're doing, innit? And once it starts getting cold, then you can use that, you can like start separating the periods, innit?
Yeah.
So like you can then bulk up, then shred, and by the time you've done that, summertime you're in.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? In terms of like fitness, discipline and stuff like that, I'm in the shape of my life, Chuckie.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I've that mental thing of like, gym is gone. I'm just now like in. I like it.
Yeah, it's a part of your routine now. A bit. Yes,
I feel shit when I don't go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. But you know what? For the first time,
I know that.
For the first time ever, the other day, I took a pre-workout. Yeah, I've gone to my gym. Yeah, I joined a new gym like 2 months ago. It's so good. I don't want to put it out there, but
yeah.
The owner of the gym's got a brethren who's got his own pre-workout. Yeah, so I've come in and I chat to him when I go in, and he's like, "Yo, look, what are you doing today?" I was like, "Legs," and then he was like, "Take this." He just gave me it. Yeah, I didn't even read it. I should have read it. He was just like, "Take this pre-workout." He was like, "Let me know what you think." So I was like, "I don't know. I've heard things about pre-workout. There's side effects. People start crackhead thing. All of that." I was like, "You know what? Let me do it because it's legs, and my legs are skinny." So I was like, "Cool." I took it, bro. I went mad. Mad. But the side effects after were crazy.
Wow, what were they for you?
Like, first of all, I was itching everywhere. The itching thing's real.
Okay.
But then for the rest of the day, I felt like my stomach, I hit the toilet, like it just flushed me because it's too much caffeine.
Right.
Because you know what, I read it, yeah? This was called an extreme pre-workout shot.
Oh
so it was like 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Right.
So like the average pre-workout, I looked at it, is like 175 to 200. Mm-hmm. This was 300.
Yeah, that's mad.
And I should have declined because I had a coffee in the morning at home before.
Right.
So I always have a little coffee to give me the energy.
Is he the don that gave it to you? Is he a proper gym don?
Yes.
And is he kind of wham?
Yes.
Do you know what? They piss me off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because 2 things happened to me like that actually as well. Or 1 thing happened to me like that, yeah. One don, wham, gym guy, looks like a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
Gave me a biscuit. One day he said, "You know what? Just have this biscuit or whatever, yeah." bro, this biscuit, like, bro, I don't know what was going on in this biscuit, but this biscuit was just a different type of biscuit.
Biscuit,
and
that
it
is so
fucked me.
random.
And I remember it just fucked, and also it made me super. Oh yeah, that was it. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to the gym and I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'll have this. So I had it, but it just super. It just like I was just so full up after I had this biscuit. But the point that I'm making is is that sometimes these guys have to take into consideration we're not wham like you yet.
Facts.
So when you're recommending something, don't recommend me the wham thing. Like, or just tell me have this bit.
No, sometimes they do it.
They just say, yeah, just have that.
No, bro, they do it to fuck with you.
Yeah,
They do it. They do it. It's just a bit of side entertainment. Like, he knew what he was doing when he gave me that shot. He knew. He did it. But do you know what? The workout was crazy though.
Oh yeah, of
The
course.
workout was crazy. It's just the after effects that I couldn't deal with.
I did a job for My Protein, which was sick. That was when I interviewed Israel Adesanya, wicked. That was a great time of last year. It was wicked.
Bags, yeah,
it was really good.
We like a fitness bag.
So then they said to me, listen, go on the website and just spruce out, and whatever you want, we'll send it to you, innit?
Yeah.
So I went there, spruced out, whatever, got everything, boom, 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 boom. And then like I got a couple of pre-workouts and whatnot. I've had one time I'm like, I'm not really too on the gym this day, but I thought, let me just have this pre-workout and go to the gym. Had the pre-workout, went to the gym, and I was clean and pressing. It's like one of my favorite things to do, When I tell you, I cleaned and pressed the absolute dog shit out of the gym.
Yeah,
I was like so in it, I had the music on, whatever, But where I fucked myself was, it gave me so much energy, and almost like a false sense of strength, because I'm doing stuff that like I wouldn't use, like more reps and even a little bit more heavier. And I didn't properly stretch. So the next day and the day after, I was,
it's mad.
I was so, you know that gym ache? Times that by 300.
Horrible.
It was mental, bro.
Horrible. Dude, that pre-workout is like, bro, it's like spinach to Popeye, bro.
Yes, trust me.
It'll have you thinking, yo, your thing's up, and you'll go mad. But, bro, do you know what it is? I can't even handle caffeine like that anyway, bro. So the toilet was getting whacked out. I was out during the day. I just felt messed up. Then, like an idiot, I went and started drinking. You know, the sun's out, so you start having alcohol.
Yeah.
My body was just messed, man. Like, if I have pre-workout again, it's going to be a much smaller dose, bro. I'm not on that. He set me up still.
But the good thing is that you're in the gym.
Yeah.
And that you're like, it's part of your routine.
Oh, yeah,
and that,
I'm on Stairmasters. But you know what? What did you call
Stairmasters is wicked.
Yeah, what did you call the thing you said you do? The
clean and press.
Yeah, see, that's real gym, man. I'm not there yet, man.
No. Just start
even bar pull-ups, not there yet. I'm still on the machine.
Yeah? Can you pull yourself up yet, though?
I can pull myself up, yeah.
With no machine?
Yeah, I can pull myself up, but I can't like I'll get to like 7 reps.
Right.
And it's like, the shakes start happening. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I like the sit-down pull.
Okay, fair.
He's still hitting the...
He's still hitting that.
Do you know what I'm saying? What he's called?
Lats.
The lats.
Yeah.
It's a real gym, man, you know.
Hey,
I was about to say traps.
Yeah. Do you know, I saw Clint just very quickly. I saw him the other day,
Yeah.
And he's getting kind of wham, you know.
Yeah, I noticed.
He's doing...
Do you know what man are getting wham?
Vest.
The vest.
Yeah.
The sleeveless vest. No, but not just a vest.
Yeah, go on.
Even they're wearing it's like the waistcoat vest.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You know where they just chop off the arms, but it's like a... When man start bringing it out, you know the arms. There's a bit. I see Gunna wearing one of them as well. Like, man that I've been in the gym are wearing like these little cut off.
If you're skinny, it don't bang. But if you've got some arms, if you've got some arms there and like a bit of width, if you've got a bit of width and you're wearing one of them, then you're good.
Wait, my thing's pending.
Yeah.
my best moment's pending, man. But it's been pending for like 30 years, so
I can lightly do the vest thing, just lightly.
You can do the vest.
I'm not doing that today. I wore a vest when I came in the other day on Friday, but we didn't end up recording, but it was cool. Do you know what? Let's just go this side.
Yeah.
Let's go this side quickly. That Titanic Submarine.
Wow.
Thoughts.
My thoughts.
Should we give some context, or do we even need to? Because I feel like this is worldwide news.
You can give it like a real quick context.
So, what are they calling it? Are they calling it the Titanic Submarine? Yeah, is that what it's actually called? Because every time I'm seeing
Ocean, and what's the company called? Yeah, it's basically a submarine.
Yeah, so basically
goes
a
to
submarine.
visit the Titanic wreck.
Yeah. I guess it's like the it's another version of, like, you know, people trying to go to space. People are trying to get as far as they can into the ocean.
Atlantis.
Yeah, exactly. And so this thing was specifically to go and see the wreckings of the Titanic, right? And apparently they'd done it 5 times before, right, or 4 times before. They'd done it a few times before anyway. So what happens is you go down in like this vessel or whatnot. I just saw this on Twitter, by the way, like what the vessel looked like or whatever. Then obviously they go down deep in the water and then they go and see, and I think they go around for like, they do like a little circular motion around it, and they're supposed to be in the water for around 5-6 hours or something like that.
Long.
Which is like crazy. Also, just to add extra context, it is 2 miles into the sea. 2 miles, yeah. Now 2 miles actually doesn't seem that long, but do you know how fucking long 2 miles actually is in the water, bro?
Yes.
When you're just 2 miles, if you're just vertically going down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
So anyway, they've gone down there and then they've just disappeared, and then that's where all the speculation started to happen or whatever. Right. What was your thoughts when you heard that it disappeared?
So first of all, my brethren told me, Yasmin, shout out Yasmin, she told me, because she's on TikTok, so she'd be on TikTok just...
You should have brought her, by the way.
That would have been hilarious. Yeah. She's like, yeah, have you seen what's going on TikTok? And I'm like, no, because I don't watch news no more. See news, I don't watch the news. Like, I'm not on it. I don't watch the news. I avoid it. I just feel, I like to keep my mind clear. I like how my energy is. I don't feed into that rubbish. And my dad just told me from time, like, if you're not watching Al Jazeera or that, don't watch the news. So I don't really watch the news. So she's told me, oh, I got it out on TikTok. So I've gone on TikTok, like the Gen Zs, to see what's going on. And there's just bare different clips. Half of it's people running jokes. Half of it's like actual reporting on it. And when I've seen it, I'm like, my first thought is, why are rich, like really rich people taking this level of risk? To me, that's mad. Because I know we got like rich people flying out to space and they're doing space exploration and all of that. But to go that deep into the sea, when I'm hearing, like you said, 2 miles, you see the vessel. It's not even a vessel. What is it? A tube.
Yeah.
Like a metal...
Toothpaste, bro.
Toothpaste, yeah. Literally. Like, literally. When you're seeing what it looks like, and then more stuff are coming out about it's operated by like a gaming controller.
You see that thing with the guy walking around it in that was on, like, that I saw on Twitter? Was that it?
Yeah.
Because he was walking, he was showing the vessel, the inside of it or whatever.
It's tiny.
Okay,
it's tiny. And what, 5 man in there? 5 man. Tiny, bro. And then I'm hearing that you can't exit it from inside. No. You can only from the outside. Yeah. Like, I said, bro, I just don't understand. But see me, Chucks, I am a conspiracy-led guy, though. I can't lie. I'm not one of those people that just take things at face value and go, oh, yeah, that's the story, and then run with it. Mm-hmm. I do like a conspiracy.
Strongly.
So when I'm seeing people break down certain things, I'm hearing Rothschilds are coming in. Apparently he was a Rothschild was on the waiting list for this thing. Then they're talking about what actually happened with the Titanic. Did you see any of these things that are going out?
Elements of it.
Like apparently a guy that designed the Titanic, or one of the richest men in the world at the time, he went on the Titanic, and Rothschilds and these lot were supposed to go on the Titanic, but they set him up and they didn't actually go on it, and then he sunk, and then they became the richest people in the world because they wanted to start the federal bank. There's bare theories flying around, bro. And they're linking it to this as well, because it's the whole Titanic thing. But yeah, I just think, like, I don't care. But the bottom line is, see the way everyone's Chuckie. The bottom line is the way everyone's going on about this. I just don't care. Like, rest in peace to these gentlemen. You know, thoughts go out to their families because it's a tragic thing. But in the grand scheme of things, it's 5 individuals, and there's news every day of like people that die on mass scales. That didn't sound happen in Greece or something recently, or a big thing happened there.
Yeah,
and
migrants and that.
Yeah, it got no coverage. Yeah. And then this is like and I get why it's everywhere, because it's a peculiar story. Yeah, exactly. And it's different. Plus, we love the film The Titanic, so it plays into that. There's so many layers to it. But bro, I just looked at it like, you play with fire, you get burnt. You should not be down there.
Listen, 100%. Firstly, like, I know why you find billionaires and stuff like that doing shit like this, because they have not got no some of them just like bored. You know what is funny? My barber said something that was kind of funny, because he was like on that same thing. He was like, oh, why would anyone go down there and this, that and the fourth and blah, blah, blah. He didn't know that one of them was a billionaire, yeah? So he's just talking about like why people would go down there, and we're just having this little debate about it or whatever, yeah? And then obviously it transpired that like there was a billionaire down there, and then he asked a side question like, what is it that gets billionaires up at 4:00 in the morning, which was a whole separate thing. And I'm telling him drive. Some of them like have the ambition to change the world. It's not necessarily about money, but it's like they have these big ambitions that also just bring money. We was talking about all of that.
Yeah.
So then he was like, well, yeah, if I had $1 billion, I would probably just be doing the madness. Then I tied it back to that. So I was like, well, then you would do this then. This is the madness.
Yeah.
This is what happens sometimes. Do you get what I'm saying? The billionaire's son didn't want to do that. Do you know about that?
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently,
that the uncle, someone come out and said.
Yeah, he said apparently like it was like he did it. It was Father's Day, wasn't it? So it was like, okay, cool. Like we'll get it done for Father's Day or whatever. But it's like,
wait, pause. Sorry, pause. I swear on Father's Day, the child is supposed to do something for the father, but you're telling me the father told the child he has to come down here for Father's Day.
I can see how certain parents are like, I really want to do this. Do this with me. It's Father's Day. Stop being pussy. Stop doing this, dad. Whatever. Then it's like, all right, cool. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. But that is a madness. Look, can I just tell you as well, yeah? It's not even just going down that far deep in the water for me. It's how small that thing is as well. Like,
it's tiny, bro.
Do you know what? Here's the stinker.
Smaller than the studio.
This was the stinker for me. It's smaller than the studio. This is the stinker for me. If I'm being honest, I can see why someone's curiosity would lead them into doing something like this. Me, not so much. Like, I'm a very curious person, but I'm not curious necessarily by action. I'm just curious in my mind. I'm not gonna go and like, I always like to find out what makes people do the things that they do, and I will always press the button for that. But I'm not necessarily gonna go here and do this and do that and whatever else. Yeah, but the world isn't made up of people like me. The world is made up of all different types of people who have different levels of curiosity that's going to get them to act on certain things. So I can see how they would go down there and want to do that. But for me, the stinker for me was when I'm looking at the inside of this vessel that I saw, and I saw the PlayStation remote control, and I saw that you're looking at it through, like, there's two of them are a computer screen, by the way. So I think there's like cameras and that on it. So then you can see it.
So it's not even seen through a window.
No. Brother, I could have.
So someone could go down there, record it. I could bring it back up, and I could just watch it.
Right. Or guess what? You could go all the way down there and do that, and I could sit in my barber's chair look at it on the screen and see exactly what you're doing.
This is why billionaires make me sick. Because you know what it is? Do you know what that is, Chuckie?
You're going to go all the way down there to look at this.
A man just want to say, I've did it.
Right.
I'm one of 10 people in the world that have done this. This is a flex.
Right.
This is the flex. And do you know what it is? You said the curiosity thing. But what did curiosity kill?
Cats.
And what don't cats like?
Man.
What don't cats like?
Huh?
Water.
Right, yeah,
they hate
true.
water. You shouldn't be down there, bro. Like, there's nothing for us down there. We're not supposed to be down there. There's a reason we can only hold our breath for a certain amount of time. That's not for us.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. The wreck is down there. It's a wreck. I saw the film. That's all I need to see. I swear in the film they go down there. And you have the little, not people, but they have little
they got things that go
technology that can go down there, and then you see it. That's it. I've seen it.
Yeah, they got one thing that has gone like, I think, when they say it's like more than 10,000 meters down. But I think that what they're saying
What's that in miles?
Oh, I've got to do the thing. But they're saying that I think that it's only recorded up to like 11,000 meters down. There's obviously more.
There's more.
Yeah, of course, because you can't. You know, the world is like 75% water. Yeah, so like there's so much of that is uncovered. I think that you could go.
No, 6.5 miles.
That's a long way down, bro.
Long way.
The fact we can even get technology down there is crazy.
How many miles is it from Ealing to Shepherd's Bush? Quickly, just do that quickly. 4 miles. That's Uxbridge Road. Actually, the Uxbridge Road. How long is the Uxbridge Road? Go from Uxbridge to Bush. It's probably longer than 6 miles, though, but quickly. Go Uxbridge to Bush.
3.6 miles from Bush to Ealing.
Go to Uxbridge. Go from Uxbridge to Shepherd's
Bush.
The
geography right now is crazy.
Uxbridge.
To where?
Just for people who don't live in London.
This is real London.
Like
this is West
road,
talk.
Yeah, this is West. Okay, so there's one road that goes all the way from Uxbridge to Shepherd's Bush. Some of those areas are going to mean nothing to you.
12.8.
12.8.
Wow.
Okay.
So much Uck you was thinking from Uxbridge.
Greenford. Okay. That is a long way vertically down in the water, bro.
Crazy.
Like no one, like,
Yeah.
of course, there's going to be an element of that where you can't go down there. That pressure is nuts,
Them
bro.
deep waters are crazy, bro. It's crazy. I ain't trying to do any of that. See when I go to a hotel and I'm in the pool at the hotel and then I can't feel the floor no more. That's deep enough for me, bro.
Yeah.
Then I start like coming back to feel. I need to feel my feet scraping the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be in a ting and the waters are too deep.
Yeah, I hear.
I can't handle it.
Oh, I'm telling you,
It gets. That's the only deep waters I want to be in.
Have you ever been swallowed up in pussy before?
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know
I've been there though.
You know when the Penang bread, yeah.
Super wet. That's the, yeah.
Listen, the Penang bread. I got a funny story. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not even going to go into that story. That's a story for another day. That's definitely so. I nearly lost myself for a minute.
Hey, I know we went wild anyway. I don't know how we went left like that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
bad.
But it's that
Man, talking about
story
deep
is
waters.
absolutely outrageous.
No, that's a wild story, bro. But you know what it is as well? That's never gonna be black people.
No
No,
way.
no, it's never gonna be black people, bro. Only, and I'm saying this as a mixed race man, so I can speak from both sides. Only white people are gonna do that, bro.
Well, a Pakistani.
Huh? Oh, was one of them?
Yeah, the billionaire
Oh yeah,
was
he
a Pakistani.
was. Yeah,
So-
but
Too many white friends.
Yeah, you
yeah.
say you got too many white friends.
Yeah, when you get
lot
to that level of wealth, you're just in the circles you're in. You want to do crazy stuff. That's why these people they do mad stuff. They end up on Epstein Islands.
Yeah.
They just do like. Do you know what? I have a theory behind all of this stuff. You know,
Go on.
I think when you're that rich, like you're a billionaire, and I hope this doesn't happen to our billionaires, like from the people
Yeah.
we love, like the Jays
Yeah.
and the Diddies and
Jay
these
ain't
people,
doing
bro.
no shit like
No,
that.
of course not. But he's from the hood. But see, when you get to a certain level of money where everything is attainable, you start seeking thrills that are almost outside of the law or that are taboo because you want a thrill. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everything that's legal is attainable at this point. I can do anything. I can get a yacht. I can do everything's within my grasp. I can buy whatever I want. So they start doing things that are quite sinister.
Like this, really.
This is
I mean,
mad.
they spent 200 bags on that. That's light money.
That's light.
That's
What?
light money, but it's like
That's a Nando's.
it goes to what you were saying before. It's the idea of being one of the first. What did you say?
The brand.
Huh?
The company.
What about him?
You said that's a Nando's.
No, that's like
To
200
them,
bags to them is like us getting Nando's.
Yeah,
That's the
light
equivalent,
food.
bro.
Okay.
That's
It's
light
less.
food. But
It's a Fredo.
Yeah,
It's a
literally.
Fredo chocolate. That's what it is.
But like, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, I lost it.
Ah, kills you.
Ah, sorry, man.
I absolutely killed you. What was it? You were saying obviously to them it's just like 200 bags.
Yeah, to them it's 200. One is like the idea of doing it first, as which you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Two is like light money and stuff like that, and it's like, I think for them, they do have that first for wanting to just be a part of a historical moment outside. And look, there's a part of it that I understand, but I just feel like sometimes common sense has to prevail a little bit. Like for me, and I know that common sense isn't always common, but it's like, the water is such a dangerous place. It looks so beautiful, but it's so dangerous. I had a strong wake up call in Jamaica one time.
Go on, tell me about it.
Brother, listen, I'm a decent swimmer, but I'm not the strongest swimmer. And I remember now we're going to swim near this near a waterfall, and this is the first time I'm ever doing anything like this. And in my mind, the way that I picture a waterfall is just the most beautiful thing ever. Bro, I remember when we got there and we got to the water. Firstly, I'm looking at it from a distance and I'm like, like, look at that. But then I'm also, the sound of it is quite like intimidating.
Yeah, it's ferocious.
And then we started swimming closer to it, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I just was scared to death, bro. Because the sound of it was so intimidating, and this was not gonna stop. And I couldn't, like, we've got to a certain point now. I want to turn back in it, but everyone's going. So I'm like, my ego is telling me I can't be the only one to turn back. I've got to keep going, innit?
Ego can get you killed, bro.
Ah, bruv. Let me tell you something here. We're like I'm not even next to the fucking waterfall, but we're not even that. We're kind of close to it, yeah. And like, just the water was so powerful. We're like holding onto this rope and that. And I remember there was like a moment where I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I can do this, Like I don't know if I could do this, but if I let go of this rope, I don't know what the fuck's gonna end up happening. Do you get what I'm saying? Luckily, I had people that were like, "No, just go, whatever," and I did it. And then after that, we had to jump off some cliff. My adrenaline was like and my heart was racing so much. Yeah, I was actually the first one to jump off the cliff, and let me tell you why. The reason why I was the first one to jump off the cliff is because when we've got there, I'm saying to myself, I can't fucking believe I've done this or whatever, but not in a good way. Everyone's standing at the edge of the cliff and they're all looking down. I didn't do that. I stood at a distance. Yeah. So they're like, and ahhing. I just knew if I'm up here for longer than 2 minutes, I'm not doing it. So I just said to the guy, where should we not go? Where's which is the safest place to jump? He said, just don't go that side, bro. I just said to everyone, move out of the way, and I'll just jump to the left. And
Straight.
I did it. Yeah, I just
Love
did it
that.
quickly.
And
I got out of the way, and I said to myself, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm never doing it again. I'm never doing it again, bro.
Yeah, I haven't jumped off none of those.
I'm never doing it
I've
again.
climbed Dunn's River. That's about it. I'm not jumping off.
Even Dunn's River, if you're not a swimmer, even though you don't have to swim, just the sound of the water, bro.
Yeah.
The sound of it.
Yeah. No, it's the waters are sick. Do you know what? I had a way smaller thing. It's insignificant, but I was in Dubai years ago with one of my exes, and I was just like in the water. Like, it sounds mad. Bear with me. I was like near the shallow end on the sand, but in the water, and I was like on my knees, just like chilling, like a wave. You know when the waves are coming like to the shore?
Yeah.
She's like recording me, and then a wave just comes, licks me from behind, yeah, like out of nowhere. This is Dubai. It just licks me, but the way I'm on my knees, my foot like bent like that, and then my baby toe like broke.
Oh shit!
And you know your baby toe is like the easiest thing to break. There's like loads of little bones in it. It just broke, and since then, like it's been swole. Since then, this was 2015, bro.
Mad.
Like, it's not mad swole, but it's not been the same shape. Apparently, your if you break bones in your foot or your toes, they never like recover exactly the same.
Yeah.
They
Well,
never
some people
go.
say that once you break your little toe, that can't come back again.
Yeah. It broke, bro. It like pulled me forward, and this was just like, imagine just on the like shore, a wave. Like, that's when I was like, nah, the water's not a game,
not a
bro.
game. But you see,
this
when
is the only water I like.
Yes, exactly. Well, quickly, when you was talking about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, like, I don't always go to the conspiracy theory, but what I do is I know when I'm looking at that, something went wrong, fair. But I do believe that it was something bigger at play. And maybe that thing is, all right, cool, we're going to try and take people to go and see the Titanic and that. But this is going to be another thing that they've created to get deeper and deeper into the water.
Yeah.
Because someone wants to get to say that they've got to the bottom of the ocean. The same way that some people want to say that they've got X amount of this planet on space. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be people and scientists or whatever that are going to try and create some stuff for that. But they are almost a guinea pig in this. So it's packaged in a way of, you know what? Yeah, like, come on, let's go. You can go and see the Titanic and all of that type of stuff. But how deep can we fucking take them?
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how deep can this thing really go? What would end up happening is this thing becomes super expensive. Naturally, it's 200 bags. For some people, that's light money. People start going around, start doing all of that type of shit. Then it starts to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper because you know how things work, innit? Like, you know, the commoner can start going down there if they can pay a little bit more money. But then by the time that the commoner can go down there and pay a little money to go around, see that Titanic, they've created the next thing. You know, what I thought was kind of interesting, when that went missing, they were saying that they had all these diving teams to try and find this thing, yeah? And then they were starting to look for like private companies that would like help to try and find them. And then all of a sudden I started hearing about this robot. Did you hear about that?
No.
There's some robot that was like right down the bottom trying to look for it. And I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. So this is something that they must have in the chamber that they're working on for whatever. And then now, actually, this is the reason for us to bring this out. It just speaks more to like all of the stuff that they've got that we don't know about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Crazy
It might
technology.
even have been that robot that found the debris, really. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what that robot looks like, by the way.
They probably hit like the military.
Yeah, of course they
do
did.
all kinds of things over there. Like, that's where all the investment goes.
Of course they did.
But for me, this is, bro, there's other conspiracies as well, though. People
on.
are saying this ain't even happened.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
man that have gone that far. You know the man that just had bare Star Dog. They've gone that far. The Star Dog man. They said this. they said this hasn't even happened. Yeah, you believe in this? They're like, they've put this on. It's not even real. It's distraction techniques. You know, man, come with those ones. They're not even real people.
That's the Star Dog man.
They're like, look at the photos. You know what because you'll say to them, you'll be like, bro, come on, it's happened. Look, there's photos of the individuals. These people have families. They'll be like, they're not real people. It's Photoshop. It's AI. They're doing all kinds of stuff. You know, the AI is giving conspiracy man so much legs to do stuff now.
Of course.
It's AI. It's AI. It's just, I'm like, bro, this is proof the moon never happened. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Although I am skeptical about the moon landing.
So am I.
I'm very skeptical about that.
I don't believe much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Do you know what the moon thing, the biggest L for the moon thing was?
Go on.
In the photo, he plants a flag, innit?
Yeah.
In the photo, the flag is like going like this, but they said there's no thing up there for it to move.
To do that. Yeah. It shouldn't do that.
They said it was made in a Hollywood studio somewhere. But you know a film's coming from this. This was deep as well. A film's going to come from this soon.
Someone will get there, though. If
What?
they haven't already.
No, but I'm saying there's going to be a film about this. An actual film about this. Not even a documentary, a film. They're going to make this. Like 10 years from now, yeah, on Netflix or something. About this.
Oh, about the... Oh,
about the submarine. There's going to be a film.
Oh, yeah,
it's crazy. These times no one was down there and saw what was going on.
It imploded, by the way. The pressure, like...
Yeah.
Oh, my
that's
God,
bad, man. That's a bad way to die, bro.
Horrible,
so
bro.
sad, man. Do you know what's mad as well?
It's proper deep.
Humans are very tapped as well, Chucks, because I see people on Twitter talking about, I wonder if it turned into Hunger Games and someone killed someone to take the air first and survive longer.
Yeah.
They were thinking these things, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's mad. I don't know,
man. I don't know, man.
It's sad. It's actually sad, though. Like, it's a tragedy.
Very sad.
And that company, the families, they take them to the cleaners.
Well, if you're a billionaire, I mean, it's principle, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, it's principle for sure. And plus, that company probably, they're going to go under anyway, because it's like...
Yeah, well, someone else is going to do it, and it's going to be where it is. Like, obviously, I saw people talking about the immigrants and stuff like that. That was a boat. It killed... I think it sank with 750 people on it. I'm not sure where it was coming from. If you could let me know where it was coming from and that.
Did you see? Oh, sorry, Garrett.
I saw like some people talking about there was no coverage on that, and I understood why people were saying that, but I also did think as well that like, here it is, hundreds of Pakistanis dead in the Mediterranean. Okay. Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah.
300.
This is probably gonna not sound. This is probably not gonna be what people necessarily want to hear. Yeah? But one of the reasons why I believe that this may not have made news, this is just one reason.
Yeah.
This happens every day, B. Do you know how many people are on the boats trying to get over to England and wherever else or whatever? This is happening all the time. If you actually follow politics, yeah,
it is.
If you follow politics, this is one of the things that splits opinion, because you know, some people are saying they should be able to just come here. You get what I'm saying? That some of them are fleeing war, some of them are fleeing, and some of them should, because you have the right to be able to do that. If your country is in a mad mess or whatever, you have the right to go to a country and seek asylum. You do.
Especially when it's something that we know Western world countries like us in America poke our noses in and get involved in. Whether it's directly or indirectly because we're funding it or all these sorts of things.
Exactly.
We're causing havoc across the world.
100%. Some obviously, some do it illegally, and some are, you know, some people are being trafficked. Some people are like, you know, being put on these boats or whatever to go to countries and whatever and do all these type of things. But
so sad,
but
man.
Like, you know, say like England, for example, there's always conversations about what they can do for these people, what's right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
So this happens all of the time, unfortunately. With this thing here, this is not a...
This is peculiar.
It's like, it's super, super rare.
Yeah.
So like, I think that their argument would probably be, yo, we tell you about this all the time. We tell you that people are coming on the boats, and they're dying on ships all of the time.
Yeah.
Like, and we're trying to stop... Some of them will say, we're trying to stop them from doing that. Or we're trying to find ways to stop people from coming over and doing X, Y. Whether it is right or wrong. Like, we can have a conversation about whether that is right or wrong, whether some people should be stopped or whatever, But this is happening nearly every day.
Yeah.
So today, you know what? We're focusing on this.
And also, this specific story as well, this one with the immigrants from Pakistan, it's not Western world news, innit?
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, when things happen in the Western... Like, if we had people... like British citizens or American citizens on a boat that happened to 300, it's everywhere.
Oh yeah, look,
because it's not our citizens, and like you said, they're refugees. The news don't care.
More than 300.
More than 350. If one of them were British, then it would be.
Oh yeah. It's 100%. Like, and that's it's sad, man. But unfortunately, that's the way the media works in the Western world here, man.
I hear that. Well, would Poet not say? I mean, what's his favourite saying? Dance a yard before you dance abroad.
Yeah.
And so technically, wouldn't they be dancing a yard? Because there's one person that's British on the boat.
I hear you.
I mean, we can't pick and choose here now.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? If we're doing that, if there's one person on the boat, yo, we need to put eyes on that because that's one of ours. You know what I'm saying? So
There might have been some someone traveling or an expat or something on there. You never know. Like, but I ain't heard about it. I didn't. This story got brushed under the rug. Everyone's talking about this Titanic thing.
all right. Quickly, have you watched any Black Mirrors?
I watched all of them.
Jesus Christ.
All of them. You think
I've
I
only
play? I
watched
don't
two of
play
them.
when it comes to Black Mirror.
I've only watched 2 of them. Spoiler alert, just quickly.
You think I play when it comes to Black Mirror? I'm a Black Mirror advocate.
Okay.
What? You know about the Black Mirror? You know why it's called Black Mirror, innit?
No.
Oh,
I actually don't know why it's called Black Mirror.
Okay, so it don't really work now because they changed the phones. But apparently, because when you hibernate your phone, it's a Black Mirror.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, that's what people say. Did you know about this? So you know when you turn your phone off, like when the screen goes black,
Yeah,
it's a Black Mirror. That's where it came from.
That's cold.
You YouTube people, if you're gonna debug me and say this ain't true, this is what I heard. Because you can never be right on the internet. Someone's gonna jump in there. No, it's not that. It's
Did someone come out and say this? That like whoever came up with it did it, or did you? Is this your thing? This is your thing.
I feel
bro.
like a friend told a friend that
Yeah,
told
there
a friend
you go.
they saw that on the
There you
internet and I like it. Yeah. What?
Is referring to the reflective black screen when your phone or computer is.
There you go. There you go. I'm right. So I'm gonna take all of that back and said I did my due diligence
Right.
and I read the article.
I've only seen 2. Yeah, I saw episode 2 and episode 3. I don't know why I haven't seen it.
What was the
The reason
episode?
why I haven't seen episode 1 is because as soon as I was about to start it, they told me go and watch episode.
You played yourself. The 4 and 5 are the best.
4 and 5 are the best.
They're the best.
Well, I'm gonna go back and watch episode 1 before I get to 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But the last, because I watched one last night.
What was that?
the-
3?
Yeah, 3.
I didn't like 3.
3 with the one in the space.
Yeah, where they start as the families and then
I like
spoiler and then they
Spoiler! Yeah, spoiler.
They cut man open and he's like a robot and he's got the family. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Now I thought the ending was nuts, bro.
they're always nuts. But get to 4 and 5 if you want to see nuts.
Well, even more nuts than fucking 2 as well.
What
The
was 2 again?
documentary.
What was 2 again?
The
I've watched
documentary.
seen all of them.
The documentary.
Documentary. What do you mean?
So
Bit more. We said spoiler. What? Bit more.
the couple, they was like filming a documentary about
That was crazy. Lock
yeah.
Henry.
Yes.
Come on, man. I know the name. Lock Henry.
Lock Henry, yeah.
Lock Henry was crazy. That twist I didn't see it happening with the
Yeah,
family.
neither did I, exactly.
I'm not gonna say. Do you know what? We're saying spoiler.
Yeah,
but I
we're
don't
doing
wanna say
exactly.
too
No,
much.
we're doing too much.
Yeah, we're doing too much. But see, I'm telling you, number 4 now, Chucks.
I'm gonna watch 1 and then I'm gonna go to 4.
Let me see. What's Maisie Day?
Maisie Day, mad thing.
It's gonna spin your head.
Alright, say
You
nah.
don't need to
I'm
watch
watching
them
them.
in order, do you?
Nah,
No, they're not.
They're all
linked.
different.
They're not linked. But I'm
all
just saying how they put them in chronological order. But do you know what though? Black Mirror. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The levels aren't as high as previous seasons. I'm gonna say that straight away. I agree with that. And also, some of these didn't feel Black Mirror-ish, Chucks. They felt like they've gone a bit left. Like some of them, because you know, Black Mirror usually is, like we said, the phone associated with technology. Some of these episodes are just not. They've always got a moral. There's always a moral to the story that makes you reflect life and the way we're going as civilization. But some of these didn't feel like it wasn't about technology. They just felt very life.
I hear you, actually. I think, like, as I said, I've only watched 2 of the new season, yeah? But, yeah, if I do have a critique on it, then no, we should do that. We should critique, yeah? Is that the endings on both of the 2 that I've seen are, like, more based upon, like, a element of crime more than it was just about like technology and something super like Black Mirror-ish. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I did like the endings on both. I thought they were both sick, but you are right. Like I felt like you could have taken these out and you could have taken them out and I wouldn't have thought, oh, this would be Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Like I would have just watched it for what it was. You know, like there's certain things that you would have seen. Like, what was it? The Viper, there was like one called The Viper Story or some shit like that. If I watched that outside of it being Black Mirror, I would have watched that and said, that seems Black Mirror.
Yeah.
That's got a Black Mirror vibe to it. These 2, maybe the third one, definitely. But like, I don't know, man.
The third one did. But you know what, yeah? Because you ain't even seen 1, 4,
I
and
ain't seen
5.
1, 4, and 5.
So in those 2, because I'm trying to remember, has Streamberry been popping up?
Has what?
Streamberry.
In which one?
In the ones you watched?
No.
Streamberry, no. Okay, so Streamberry is, spoiler, Streamberry is like...
Be careful now, because I ain't seen it.
No, but all I'm saying is basically it's Netflix within. So they talk about Netflix, but they call it, instead of it it being Netflix, it's called Streamberry.
Right, okay.
With the same logo.
Okay.
So you see how the Netflix logo goes doo-doom, and it's red, and then the font kind of goes like that and comes out.
Yeah.
Within these shows, they call it Streamberry for some reason. I don't know why they chose that name, but it becomes a regular thing within this. And I've clocked, it's weird because Netflix, without giving too much away, Netflix are almost they're almost critiquing themselves.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they've commissioned these writers to write this stuff, and then it's being shown on Netflix. But they're kind of dissing Netflix. But you'll see what I'm saying when you watch it. It's weird. It's a weird little. But when you do that, and anyone listening or watching, we'll talk about it, Chuck. Because I want to know your theory on that.
By the end of the week, I'll definitely would have
End of
watched
the week,
it.
bro, you can slap them in one night.
Yeah, but by the time I get in tonight, because there's a few other things I'm watching
You're
as well.
a
I'm
routine,
watching.
man. You're a routine man. You got to be in bed.
I'm
by
not even a
certain
routine
time.
man, bro. I just don't even watch a lot of stuff. Like I'm
Okay,
not like see, like for example, I can't even watch.
You're a
lot of
YouTube
stuff.
man.
More so.
Yeah, so man.
But like when I get my moment, I'll sit down and I'll watch a couple of things.
same,
But I'm
man.
also watching Succession as well, which is sick. And
Yeah, Succession's good.
and I've started Mindhunter a little bit as well. But anyway, should we do some music stuff? Where do you want to go?
You know I love music.
What do you want to do?
Bro, there's too much. Where do we go? Because the UK scene for one is thriving right now.
Oh,
Like,
it's a bit-
everyone is outside.
Everyone is outside.
I can't. Who isn't out? Everyone's outside. And then in America, a whole load of madness is going on. We got civil wars going on.
Oh yeah, we have, yeah.
Oh, it's civil wars. So
And there's court cases and that too.
I don't know. You decide.
Let's stay here firstly. Did you see? Well, firstly, honourable shout out to Central C and Dave.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
third week at number one.
is it 3 in a row now?
Three in a row. They're not even talking about it, by the way.
Yeah,
They've
they
done
did
their
the picture.
celebration.
They had the
Don't even talk
G63s.
about it. That I predict that to do another 2 or 3 probably. The UK Spotify charts looks good.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing Stormzy, Huss, Dave, Central. It's nuts. It will be interesting to see if everyone's outside. If everyone is outside, what the orders of the festival lineups look like. Because
Interesting.
that is a thing, isn't it? Like that's where people make some big bread. Everyone's gonna be doing some festivals, especially not so much this year, but it will be next year now. I think some of them. But who's placed where? Who will be placed where?
Dave's
Who does-
headliner. Dave is a headliner, but Dave's been headlining anyway.
Yeah.
Headline Part Life. I was there.
Yeah.
It depends what festival you're talking about now.
Storms has obviously been a headliner in that. Huss hasn't had that opportunity yet because he's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
And I think that he would have potentially have been headliners if everyone else was quiet, to be honest with you. I think he would have got them. I don't think he would have got Glastonbury, but he would have got a Wireless. I think he could have got. I think he could headline Wireless.
Let me ask
Absolutely, he could 100% headline Wireless. He hasn't even announced his tour yet. His tour, which will be an arena tour, I'm sure, will show his level of where he's at in terms of like people coming out and buying tickets. But he's still got to do it. And
You know when I hear this headline thing though, I always think of that Skepta lyric on the song with Nave Smalls. What's it called again? Is it like Grease Mode?
oh yeah, Grease Mode, yeah.
And he goes, if I ain't the headline, then I must be the special guest.
Yeah.
I pull up and steal the show. No one even trying to flex.
Yeah.
Like I'm when I hear that, I'm like, are there certain man out there in our scene now that think if I ain't the headline, then nah.
Yeah, well, that would happen. Put it this way. Dave is not headlining the festival and Stormzy is the co-headliner. Or the pre-headliner. So you know like how you have like the... That's not going to happen. The agents won't even allow that to happen. They'll just be like...
So then what happens?
Stormzy will do the next day or he'll just not do it.
Switch it.
They'll just not do it. It's not
Is
gonna...
this what?
That's not the artist,
Is this a
by the
business
way.
thing? Is it
That's
an
a
ego
business
thing?
thing.
Is it an ego thing?
That's a business thing, but I also think that filters into the artist though.
Is it an ego thing?
100 million%. But perception, isn't it? It's
True.
perception. Like, this whole thing is really about perception. You got to create the good music first, and then once you create good music, now we can create stuff around it to make a certain level of perception show an extra level of notoriety, which then opens doors to more things. Do you get what I'm saying?
If you're the big stepper, I'm sorry at festivals, if you're the big stepper, there can't be daylight when you're performing.
Yeah.
There can't be daylight. If you're the headliner, there can't be daylight. It has to be dark. Or it has to be sunset. It has to be sunset, bro. I need to see the sun coming down because it's sunset's late in the summer.
Yeah.
So I need to know the sun is setting. You got that nice orange tint in the sky.
Yeah.
And by the time you're halfway through the set, it's dark. And it's just phone lights. When there's light outside, yeah, man, it's that's not a diss to artists. We're talking about the big steppers here now.
Yeah.
If you consider yourself the headliner, you have to say to them, there can't be daylight when my thing starts.
I think
You know what I'm saying, Chuckie?
I think, see, like with Glastonbury though, I think there's like a thing of, there's like that sunset time that I feel like artists go for.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's like a certain
I'm
time
just
where
being
the sun...
silly, by the way.
But Burna Boy did it last year. Did Burna Boy do that last year? I think he did
Yeah.
that, and it looked amazing.
Cold,
bro.
yeah.
It looked with the sun setting and that, and then like
Burna Boy's doing Champions League finals now. His thing's different anyway.
But Burna Boy's like, Burna Boy is. There's no question of a doubt that he's the one. He's the number one. He's the number
Be more
one
specific.
African artist.
Okay. So you
For
think
me.
he's- So he, oh, okay.
Like,
What
and
are we doing here, Chucks? Is he number one? Is it
you
for
know
you?
what? Way past Wiz for me.
What?
Way past.
Starboy FC,
Way
please.
past.
I never said this. Let me just let
I love
Starboy.
Wiz.
Look, Starboy FC. I already said this. Okay, I'm not involved. I already been dragged by Gunna fans this week. So Starboy FC fans, that's on Chuckie.
I don't even think it's debatable.
But I say all of that to
Do you think
say,
it's debatable?
I prefer Burna Boy to WizKid.
Right then.
I'm not gonna say he's number one though, because do you know what it is, Chuckie? That's not my scene.
Yeah,
so
true.
I don't want to be a tourist in the Afrobeat scene, and then
That's
people
true.
go, "Oh, you're." I know I like
I hear that
Afrobeats.
still.
There's music I like. I got my artists I like, but I'm not gonna try and be an aficionado
Okay,
over
who
there
is the-
because
okay,
these
who
all
is
drag
it?
me.
Who
I'm
is
not even
it?
African. I am by like way back, but I'm Caribbean. I'm Jamaican.
Yeah.
I'm half Jamaican, so I'm not even gonna go over there and tell these lot who's the best or whatever, because they'll pull you around, bro. Like I see people talking about Amapiano, and like I'll be like, oh, I like Amapiano, and then they'll name songs, and I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I just like Asake.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
Like Asake. They're like, he's not even Amapiano. I'm like, well,
I just think it's the thing for me. Like, I love Wiz as well. I love the music
cold.
that he makes and whatever, and I love. But there's so many of them that I love. Yeah. But I do believe that Burna has something that is just a little bit different, and an element of that shows in his performances, bro.
yeah, I love
His
Burna.
performances are just incredible.
I just love his projects more.
Yeah.
I just think like musically, you can just see that like, you can tell that his family was around Fela Kuti. I think
Yeah,
he said his
definitely.
uncle was a part, or someone was
Yeah,
a part
yeah.
of his. Like, you can see musically, he's on such a level. Like, I love his albums, bro. I like all of them. I know people are like getting onto Twice as Tall.
Yeah.
I love Twice
I thought
as
that
Tall. I
was
love
decent.
African Giant. Like, I love Love Damini. Like, I listen to all of them. I have so many songs from that I listen to. I put Burna Boy over WizKid personally. But then what I'm saying is there'll be people that are saying, and Last is a massive song, but people will say, has he got a bigger song than Essence? With Thames.
Essence. I mean, this is the
Essence
thing.
is a generational, timeless song.
You know, like last year, when people were comparing them, there was a lot of recency bias, I think. And like Last is absolutely humongous, but Essence, yeah, I always felt as though there were certain times where there was like almost a spiritual thing happening when Essence was being played.
And joy is, it was COVID times.
Yeah.
I remember there was a couple dances, hidden dances that were going on during COVID times. And when COVID finished, Essence was going off in places. But you know what though? It's also like Burna Boy feels a bit more for the man them. Because when Last was coming on, everyone's like, shy, oh,
Yeah.
don't cry, oh. Everyone's doing this in the dance. It's because it's about weed and alcohol and liquor and, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas Essence feels a bit more, you got Thames on there just,
And his ex-gal, who I'm going to talk about a little bit later.
who's?
Steph.
Steph, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, bro, it's tight. But then you got Davido out here saying that these are
Davido.
his sons and,
Oh, was he talking like that?
well, he didn't say, let me get, because this is a big platform, so let me be careful about my words. He didn't say sons, but he said something like, he did an interview. You didn't see this, Davido?
Was it not with Drink Champs? Was it with Drink Champs?
Nah, it was with someone else, and he was like, yeah, me and Wiz, like, kind of, you know, brought this thing through, and then you got people coming up like the Sakes, and he said the Burna Boys. Apparently, I saw Burna Boy respond, like, Burna Boy put something on his story. Bro, Academics was covering this.
How is it?
Burna Boy said something in his story, like a subliminal thing, and then he said that he's getting at the boy Davido. He was in, academics loves to instigate.
Yeah.
He was instigating it between the two because he apparently didn't like that one. Like we come up under. Burna Boy's been around for a minute.
Burna Boy's been for a long time.
For a minute, so apparently he didn't like that one. So I don't know. I don't know if there is actual tension there or what's going on. But these are dueling for the crown right now anyway over there.
And I think they're supposed to be, as long as it's friendly competition.
Yeah.
There's always supposed to be competition. They should always be going in with the mindset of like I'm the best, innit? There should always be love in the air. I believe. I'd love that. Like I'd love to just know that. You push music aside and whatever, and man are just checking for the well-being of each other. I love that.
There's respect there.
But when it comes to this thing, of course there should be. Of course there should be competition between Central, Dave, Stormzy,
hierarchy.
Huss. Yeah, there should be that. Like, and even though us as fans will always sit and speculate on whatever, there should be something amongst them too. There should be love as well, though. I'd love to know that there's love there.
I like to hear. Though.
Huh?
It's a thin line.
Well, I like that thin line. I like that
you
thin
gotta
line.
tread it carefully.
I like that thin line, and I like that thin line where it's like, I like that thin line where it's not trod carefully for a moment.
When someone gets a bit spicy,
yeah,
it's like
someone just
take a little step over the line.
Yeah, they had a little bit more deli on than usual. You get what I'm saying?
We saying black owned by a black man.
Right.
I rate that.
And they just said just one extra spice. They just said how they really, really feel.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? A young cheeky line in there or something like that. I feel like it's supposed to happen.
I like it, man. You know me anyway. I love rap battles. That's all my thing. I like when people get spicy, bro. That's what I want to see.
I do want to just quickly get back to Central though.
Yeah,
he's having one hell of a year because obviously he's got the song with Dave.
Yep. EP with Dave.
He's got an EP with Dave.
Yep.
Which did really well. He has just signed a major deal in with Columbia. They're
insane.
estimating around 25 M's
for 2 albums.
For 2 albums.
Apparently, it's America as well.
Yeah, of course.
And over here, I heard he retains the same
very
plan
likely.
he's got.
Very likely. They very smart team. YB's. One day
YB's needs to come on here.
100%.
Even if it's with a mask.
Yeah, exactly. And also, what was it? First UK male rapper on the freshman list and that as well.
Really?
Yeah. Steph did it. Steph was on it before. Steph was on it before.
Everyone's saying he's too big for it. Everyone's saying he's too big for that list.
Really?
That's been the debate. You didn't see everyone talking about it. They were like, why is it that Central on this list? He's too big for this list.
Where was that? Who was saying that?
It was on one of the blog pages. It was like either Fashion Concept or Academics. One of them. They were saying that he's too big.
Oh, even Academics were saying this because I'm saying if people over here are saying that, then you can't say that.
Yeah.
If they're saying it over there,
Academics spoke about it. He said it. He's too big for the list.
What's your predictions of him? I think I got one prediction.
With who? Central.
I got one prediction.
Go on.
Soon, there's going to be a big, massive, major tune with Bad Bunny. And don't dim Bad Bunny.
Why?
Do you know how fucking... Do you know what it is, yeah? The reason why I say this is because I feel like Central has been able to, in ways, tap into like elements of different markets, yeah, by... I don't know whether it's like, you know, the racial ambiguous thing. So no one necessarily knows where he comes from, yeah. But when you tap into these different markets, he's already done a song with that Brazilian artist. I can't remember his name, but he's massive, bro. And it's like, those are the ways where, okay, you go to America and you can penetrate America by, you know, being with certain types of rappers. But when you're penetrating the world and the biggest markets, which is the Latin market, you look at what Bad Bunny's doing. Have you seen the stadiums that he's doing? I think... Like, go and have a look at his tour dates.
He's doing crazy
it's like it's Tyler Swift, Ed Sheeran levels. Like that's what's happening here, and I feel like that's what Central's going for.
Have you seen any correspondence between them two? Like, have they been seen together? You're just completely shot in the dark.
It's a big guess. It's a big guess.
I like that.
Big guess.
I like that. I like hot take.
And I think that is what's going to be one of the things that is going to help propel him even more so.
Well,
one of those.
He's already got something with Drake.
Yeah.
When
that's supposed to drop? Like.
I don't know, but he's got something with Drake, so that alone is gonna kick off his US campaign massively anyway, because it's Drake. That's gonna go crazy. We've already seen them in a video together for that Jumbotron shit popping, where they was in Turks and Caicos in the jewelry store. Once the Drake thing lands, it's like this anyway, bro.
Yeah,
it's like that anyway, because Drake is that guy in America. So
this is Bad Bunny.
You know, he's
by the
Canadian.
Way.
Yeah, it's mad. Stadiums.
This is where, by the way, what are you Googling for people that can...
I just typed in Bad Bunny Stadium.
If you're listening, type in Bad Bunny Stadium.
But I don't want to hear, personally, I don't want to hear Latin music with Central C and all of that, bro.
Neither do I. But it will happen.
I want him. I like the reason I want to say Drake.
Look at that.
I know it's crazy. It's insane.
The whole stadium, man.
We're watching him in the stadium. It's mad.
It's crazy.
Lights everywhere. But yeah, the reason I want to lean more towards Drake is because it's the similar genre, innit? It's rapping. Like, I want to see that. I want to see that kick off like that. That will be big. And if he does that, then apparently he's got some with Dirk as well.
I'll swear.
Dirk dropped a comment on his thing, like on a post 3 months ago, saying leak the song before, drop the song before I leak it. Yeah. So he's been locking in. We saw a picture of him and Ice Spice chains next to each other in the studio. So he could have an Ice Spice song. He could have a Dirk song. Well, he has one. Dirk song and a Drake song.
Do you know what?
Out the gate.
Hear what I'm saying, yeah? I will like that. No, there's that. I will like that and not like that, depending on one thing.
Go on.
If this project, is got bare of those features, and then essentially just has one man like a Dave on it, I don't think I'm gonna love that.
So you're saying you?
But if there's a balance between them man and this what's happening over here, then I'll like it. But Central doesn't really collab that much, does he?
Yeah, and not just that as well. This is gonna sound bad because I think man should do this, but you gotta understand as well. If I've got this massive deal with Columbia and they are going to 25 M's push my music, market me in America on a big scale, like the big artists, that deal's bigger than a lot of US artists deals.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're gonna be everywhere. Billboards, man's probably gonna see him on like what Jimmy Kimmel, all kinds of things, bro. This is that kind of level of push now. Mm. He has to be very particular about who he then puts on that project because the platform you're giving this UK artist is massive. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but I'm just saying you have to think about who you're giving that to. And the people I could see him doing that with, Dave, probably not Stormzy, not Stormzy, Skepta. Oh, he shouts out Skepta a lot on the EP.
Yeah. And it seems like they see each other a lot on
hanging out, they all linked. They all hang out with Clint as well. Yeah. So I could see a Skepta, I could see a Dave.
That would be cold. Skepta,
it would be
Dave,
mad.
Dirk.
It would be mad if he put Fredo on it.
Oh,
that would be mad.
That's what I would like as well, by the way. A one man.
I would rate that.
Well, I shouldn't put Fredo in this because I think Fredo is like the guy, but I think like a one man that you wouldn't fully expect. I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this is completely different, but you'll know what I mean when I say this. Is like, see, like with DJ Khaled when he does his albums and he puts just every well-known person on there. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. He's still got to produce the music and make it sound good and that. But for me, it's like at a point, give me put Jay with this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but put them together and see if they can do something. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's even with Central, it's like, it will be sick if obviously he's got those guys, then he's got Dave, he's got Skep, whoever, but then he's got that guy or girl. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who that is. You can speculate on that, but who's that?
I would like to see D-Block Europe.
Yes.
One, because the other song they made overseas, I love that song.
Yeah.
And he killed that song, Central C. That was one of his like top verses for me. Mm-hmm. But also because they're D-Block Europe anyway, D-Block, that association. Then the fact that they kind of make American-ish sounding music, the auto-tune trap music, I think that would be a perfect segue. Obviously, I don't know what their relationship's like to this day because obviously these were a couple of years ago, but I'd like to see them.
It has to just be, it still has to have an element of authenticity though.
Yeah, no,
because I think that like if it doesn't have authenticity, no matter how many billboards you put out in America, I feel like it won't penetrate in the way that it could if there's authenticity on there.
Yeah.
And remember, my biggest thing is this year is that like one of the reasons why certain people have done pretty well over there, for example, a Skepta and even a Dave, is that when they look left and right, there isn't one of them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you go over there and you start trying to give them a little Dirk, or you go over there and you start trying to give them a Meek, or you go over there and you start giving them what they've already got. They've already got that. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for, what is this that is sick over there? And like, do you get what I'm saying? They want to experience something different that is cold and authentic, attached to the element of like grit, because everyone loves grit. Everyone loves fucking some element of street shit and whatever. And I think one thing that you'll find that people are really intrigued by is, like, it's kind of the same. You know, like you go to these different countries and whatever, and it's like, like we're going through the same shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like, that is like the common denominator that links people together. So if you can translate that through music, and he can translate that through music at a mass scale, it's mad.
It's going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting to see how they navigate this. Like, he's in a massive position now. He is one of the biggest artists, like, in terms of popularity in the world right now. That's just a fact. You can just see his social numbers and everything. They've killed the chart 3 weeks at number one for that. Like, that's insane.
That's going to do another couple.
And I know there's a lot of man out there bitter.
I've been saying it. Enough man hate it, bro.
Bare man are bitter over
Enough
this.
man hate it.
They've got this thing in a chokehold right now. I can't lie.
It's their time in it, and like
it is their time.
And what
I feel like it's been Dave's time for a few years now, bro. Like he's a.
I tell you that he's not going nowhere.
I'm giving you your.
He's
props.
not going nowhere. Bro.
I'm giving you your props because you called all of this very early on, and I know you've been close to it, you know, through Benny and stuff. But you called all of this about Dave early on, like, and we all knew Dave was talented. We all knew that. But for me, the thing that's taken Dave just to the next level anyway is just like the ability he's had to talk flossy and it sounds good.
Yes.
Because back then his thing was more pain, struggle, storytelling, all of that stuff. And not everyone can do that, then translate to the flossy thing.
Yeah.
Watches, girls, money, and it still feel real, good, authentic, and he's done it so well.
Brother,
he's done it so well.
Also as well,
I love it.
What sets him apart for me as well is like even just the small intricacies, like the clarity in the way that he spits, bro.
Yeah.
Like when everyone else is rapping and then he starts rapping, he's so clear. Every single word is so clear. It's like his microphone. It's almost like someone set his microphone up differently. Like it's just his thing is just different.
Voice,
I think some people though, on a critiquing vibe, is that like some people are starting to pick up on the fact that like, yo, smile a little bit, my G. You know what I mean? Smile.
They were saying that after the fashion show, innit, when he walked the catwalk.
I think even like after a few festivals, I just hear like some people say, oh, like, you know, like sometimes he seems a little disinterested. Sometimes he seems a bit whatnot. And like, I don't know where that comes from.
It's going to sound crazy. Super pause on this. But I think that suits him, man. Just, yeah, the whole, what do you call it? What do they call it? A smolder. What's a smolder?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Just chilling.
The straight face thing, that's Dave's thing.
Yeah.
What are you saying? People want to see the gold tooth more?
Yes. Oh, fuck, bro. We've not seen the gold tooth for time.
Nah, I like
we ain't
Dave.
seen a Dave gold tooth for time.
I think that's Dave's thing, man.
It
I
is
like
his
it.
thing.
Dave, that's your thing, man.
But you know what? I think
he's had a beard since he was 15.
Yeah.
He's just like, I still can't grow one. I rate him. Just do your thing, Dave.
Yeah, no, I think that's when people mention the smile thing, it's not for him to just be standing around smiling up the place and just being like super happy and that. But sometimes he does it. I think even when he was at Glastonbury with Central, he's come out, he's done his thing or whatever, and he just kind of just walked off. And it's like, I hear. Do you know what though? Do you know what?
Go on.
I just thought about this now, yeah. Like Dave is 24 years old or whatever, yeah, and he's been outside since he was 16, maybe 15.
Yeah.
And you gotta understand that, like, you see, for someone of that age, Dave was not necessarily around at a time where the scene was like completely different. Yeah. And so almost for him, he's grown up at a time where it's like he hasn't known any different than really being the guy, really. And with that, it's like he's got his own things going on personally that he, you know, talks about in his music and stuff like that. And then also, like, he's got a lot of fame, a lot of accolades, a lot of money and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, right now, there's not really, like, this is probably a very normal thing for him. Whereas, like, let's just say, for example, I know they're completely different artists, but, like, let's just go back to Skepta, for example. I'm sure that maybe there might be some, like, very, like, raw. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when Skepta was 24 years old, he was, Dave's age then, and the scene was like, man was just maybe getting a bag here for that and a bag there for that. So like now when you're getting a 200, 500 or whatever, you know, in your 30s, or $1 million for this and a deal for that, like it just feels a bit different, don't it?
Crazy.
So I see it, but
I love the progression
anyway.
of the scene as well. Me and my boy the other day was talking about how we saw Giggs perform Talking the Hardest at Area in Watford. Do you remember Area?
Shit, yeah, that was where my first residency
Swear
was.
down. Yeah, Area, legendary spot. And then you obviously had up the road, you had Oceana.
Yes,
But
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Giggs perform. It was like 07 or 08 perform Talking the Hardest in there. Legendary moment. Me and my boys. I had on the True Religions, Lylan Scott with the Air Force Ones. I remember my outfit. the Lylan Scott was tucked into the Gucci belt, with the green and red. So you could see it with the G's. Yeah, man.
Strong.
Used all the money I had that I didn't really have. I was living at home. But I just remember thinking, like, even back then, like, Giggs, legendary song, big artist at the time. How much would he have got paid for that Area set there?
Oh man.
And then the equivalent today for
mad.
one of these new artists to do a set even in a club appearance like that with the biggest street song out at the time.
Put it this way.
It's mad how much it's
Giggs
come.
would charge for he's not. There's no point. He's just gonna do it for love, or just do it at a mad discount because he really fucks with you. But it's too expensive. It actually just makes no sense. Yeah. It just makes no sense. These lot are getting. Some of them are getting 200, 300 bags for a festival set, and they're performing in a day.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Have you heard that Steph song? Have you heard Steph's new song?
No.
What is it called?
No. When did it drop?
I have to mention this. Yeah.
When did it drop?
It must have dropped on Friday because I was watching Glastonbury performances, and then she was performing at Glastonbury, and she said, "Oh, I've got this new song out today." I don't really listen to radio, so I know that this is probably being played on radio already. Yeah. But it's a song called "Move." Do you want to play it?
Sure.
Sure.
No, I got it from you, man.
Go on.
Say less.
Which one's it called? Move It.
It's called "Move It." Yeah.
I have no idea where you're going with this, by the way. I have no idea, Chuckie, where you're going with this.
Quickly, please, Mel, bro. Do you know what? Do you know how much I actually rate Steph's ability? Steph's ability is actually second to none. She is so good. And I've said this so many times on the pod, yeah. I think she is so good. When you give her a microphone like this, yeah, and you just tell her spit some bars or whatever, there's not much people that can stand next to her. And in the past, she's had a couple of rhythms that have just been have showed her ability and and just represented everything that she's about and all of that type of stuff and whatnot, yeah. And she's been I'm a big advocate of Steph. I want Steph to hit the potential that I believe.
You want her to win.
Of course, bro.
Yeah. So
but then when I hear
Jamaican.
she's been away for X amount of time or whatever. She's come back and I hear this and I'm I genuinely can't believe. I find it really difficult to believe that people sat in a room knowing her ability and all co-signed that and said, yeah, this is the thing that you're supposed to move with. It's that is disheartened. That's disheartening to me as someone who really checks for Steph. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's she's so much better than this.
100%.
She's so much better than this.
Do you know what it is? You're Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. She's Jamaican.
Yeah.
We want her to win. I want her to win. What I'll say is this. If Steph likes it, I like it. Only because I love Steph. I love Steph.
I don't know if Steph. Do you know what?
She don't like it.
I don't know what
She
she
don't
likes.
like
I don't know what she likes or loves.
She don't like it.
But to me, that's the business. That's a business tune.
Yeah, do you not know?
I don't believe
Chuckie.
that Steph. I find it hard to believe that Steph loves business music. I think Steph
Chuckie,
loves.
all the other female rappers are making this kind of music.
Steph is different.
Yeah, I know she is. But what I'm saying is,
sorry, I have to shut this down. The reason why I have to do that
Go on.
is, and this is just I'm being selfish. So I'm talking from my
Yeah.
point of view, yeah, and how I see things. I put Steph different to them lot.
Yeah.
I put Sims different to them lot, but I don't put Sims and Steph together. I'm not doing that because they're different types of artists. But I put them separate. Their ability is different. I just expect when I see them, when they stand outside, see when Sims steps outside, I expect Sims to do what Sims is able to do. When Steph comes out, I expect For me, I expect that as well. These lot, the other lot, like, I just expect them to cut through and then maybe like, you know what I mean? There might be something in there that I might say, oh yeah, like one more. Or maybe I might be like, that's your level.
Yeah.
This is your level.
Yeah.
That's not her level. She's way past this level.
She's way better than that.
She's way past that level, bro. For me, it's like a
But
business.
we can say that about all them other artists. That's my point, Chuckie. Like when
But that's different.
when Nicki makes that silly Barbie song with have you seen that new one with Ice Spice? I'm a Barbie girl.
I hate that.
That's terrible. Nicki's better than that. Nicki's way better than that.
Do you know what I think is different, though?
All of them are doing it.
Do you know what I think is a bit different?
Go on.
I think the reason why I think it's a little bit different is because for so many years, Nicki has shown her level. For me, Steph, for all of these years, has only given me glimpses of her level.
Okay.
She's shown me she's fucking super cold.
Yeah.
But she's shown me those in moments. Nicki has shown me that over a period of time.
So
she gets a little bit of a blow when she comes out.
I get you.
All of that type of stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and also I think like we're in a time now, yeah. Look at the fucking chart, for example, if we are going to look at the business element of it. The Spotify chart, which isn't the overall chart. I just saw the Spotify chart today. Had Central and Dave, Huss, Drake, and Storms and Fredo, yeah? And you listen to those songs and whatnot, and it's like, they don't sound... Actually, forget them. I don't even want to talk about that. Like, just with what's happening at the moment, you're not hearing so much business music amongst people who can authentically make good music.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because right now is a time that where you can be able to, you can make good music, even though we know that music is relative and all of that, and there'll be a lot of people that will like that. But I feel like you can be yourself. Like, you can actually be yourself and really cut through. This here will be a throwaway thing in the like, and it might even get to a point where when she actually really cuts through and she starts really doing her thing and she starts really kicking into her gear, this will probably get lost in the catalogue.
What are you going to do to go 5 times platinum?
What if it goes 5 times? I don't.
This goes 5
It will
times
still. My opinion will still be the same.
Okay.
Because it's a business song, and maybe obviously the business would have just been right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when you look at the catalogue, like, do you love it?
Nah, she's got big songs that from her that I love, like big songs. Even that was that song with Abracadabra called again. They envy us. They envy us. That song was hard. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You don't remember that? Envy Us with Abracadabra.
I know what tune you're talking about. Yeah.
That was crazy. Obviously, Hurting Me is a big song. She's got big songs.
I love. What was one? My last favorite song from Steph. Yeah. Let me see if I can play it again.
Who's her target market? Because I think that's also another question.
Who is her target market?
Because like when you hear like Dave and Sense, obviously you're screaming, it's the man them. Anyone that listens to urban music, but I feel like it's tougher when it comes to women.
I love Steph.
No, I love Steph.
By the way,
I'm
can't hear
in
you,
love
bro.
with Steph.
You're doing a lot of talking. People can't hear you.
You think I'm saying I love Steph?
Wait.
I'm in love with
If you're going to
Steph.
talk loud. Because obviously people just can't hear you, bro. And then obviously we're just responding to you, and no one can't hear you. So just shout. Like, if you're going to speak, shout. And I'd rather you not do that. But if you are going to do it, just shout.
Chuckie, I'm in love with Steph. I'm in love with her. I like her pictures from afar.
You see
I
this rhythm
admire
here?
from afar.
You see this rhythm
I
here?
just love her.
She just does that. She can do that. I reckon she could do that in half an hour.
She can do no wrong in my
That
eyes.
is easy. That's light food. Huh?
She can do no wrong in my eyes. She's that nice.
No, she's done.
I know
wrong
we're talking about her
she's
talent.
Cold. She's cold though,
We're
but
talking
like
about
that
her talent,
there.
but
I just want to see. I just want
I'm
to.
simping
I just
right
want.
now,
I just
man.
want them. I want musically. I want the best for her. Do you get me? But that is like.
I hear you.
What else is happening out here?
Do you want to talk about Gunna and Fug?
Go on then.
Have you listened to both projects?
I've only listened to Gunna, to be honest.
Oh,
with
we can't talk about it then. We can't really talk about
you.
it.
Do you know? I've listened to a little bit of Fug's thing, but I'll be honest with you. Like, okay, you go first.
I go first. So, I tweeted. I don't know if you saw the
I
tweet.
saw it. Still.
I saw the tweet.
Yeah,
They
go
put
on.
me in a microwave.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
They
you
threw
got
me on the
cooked for that,
barbecue.
so.
They threw me on the barbecue.
What was the tweet?
It's on UK Gossip now as well. By the way, great.
Oh, is it?
It's on UK
Are you
Gossip.
getting cooked for that as well?
Oh, they're cooking me. They cooked me on Twitter. Then UK Gossip took it and they're cooking me on UK Gossip. That's great. My boy sent it to me. I said, I also hope he outsells Gunna first week. I basically said, I prefer Fug's album, but I said, I also hope he outsells Gunna first week. I also hope Young Thug outsells Gunna's first week numbers from behind bars. Fog's album is automatically better because he stands on his principles.
Okay.
So obviously,
you got cooked for that.
By Gunna fans, clearly. It was Gunna fans.
Okay.
It was Gunna fans because I've been watching this online. I've seen academics' comments as well.
Right.
There's a portion of the internet, right, who love the underdog. So they're fans of his music anyway, but I saw this with Tory Lanez as well. When an artist they love's back is against the wall, right, and everyone it feels like is against them, there's this portion of the internet that just love to defend these people and get behind them. They just love it. They love the story of it. Now, Gunna, yeah, here's the thing. Gunna's album's cold. Cold. I even said this to my boy Nick. I said, when the album dropped, I haven't had a feeling this year about an album. You know when you just first put an album on and you get that, this album's cold feeling? I haven't had that this year, rap-wise, apart from that album, Gunna's album. So obviously when Young Thug's one comes out, I stayed up. Yeah, I stayed up till 5 a.m. Watched some things on Netflix. I stayed up. You know I used to do it only for the Drakes, the Kendricks. Like, you know when I would stay up? Stayed up. 5 a.m. Played it. It's a bit delirious because I'm tired at this point. So I'm not even taking it. It's a bad idea because I'm not taking it in the way I should anyway. And I'm playing it on my phone. I haven't even plugged it into anything. I'm playing it on my phone. So I'm not hearing the sonics properly. Heard it. Didn't get that feeling. Next day woke up. Play it again. I'm like, okay, it sounds a bit better. Get in my car now. Burmeister speakers in my thing. Just making it clear. Yeah, I got the Premium Plus pack in my Mercedes. The Burmeister speakers are going off. Yeah, the sonics are crazy. The bass is hitting my thing's crazy. I'm hearing it properly now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be mean. Not everyone has a car.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people that are judging these albums, they're not hearing it in certain environments. They ain't got the certain speakers. They ain't got these speakers in Dan's studio.
Yeah.
They ain't got the Burmeisters.
Yeah.
They ain't even got a Sonos or something like this. They're playing it off their phone and telling me what album's better. And I don't want to hear
on loudspeaker.
Get your speakers right first before we have this conversation.
Right.
But anyway, I digress. I've said this, and obviously I've said this because I just don't rate what Gunna did. And people are saying I'm not allowed to have that opinion because I'm a tax-paying civilian. My biggest pagan's HMRC.
Strong.
like
Strong.
Central C said.
Yeah.
So apparently now I can't have this opinion. That doesn't make any sense. And I'll tell you why that doesn't make sense. Because one, they're both celebrities. They're both musicians. We're not talking about random street people here, like gangsters that are not public figures and make music. We're talking about actual musicians who I'm both a fan of.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, these principles are not exclusive to just the streets of snitching. This is just about being loyal to a brethren in a certain way. Like, I know if I'm involved in something with my brethren, it doesn't have to be street shit, and I sell them down the river to preserve myself, I just don't rate that behaviour, bro.
Yeah, it's like business. Like,
Yeah,
for example,
it can happen in business,
it's like how Dame could feel towards Jay.
Exactly. Yeah. I just don't rate that behaviour. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and then I know people going, oh yeah, but Thug didn't have a choice. Like, he might have snitched or whatever. I don't know, innit? He might have snitched. I don't know, because they are after him. But from what I can see, he's King Slime. That's what they're calling him in the case.
Right.
He's the big stepper. He's the big guy. And usually when you're that guy, you have to stand on certain codes and stuff like that.
Right.
Just because that's your operation.
Yeah.
We don't know, innit? We don't know. Has he given up names? I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's that guy.
Right.
So for me, I don't care if Gunna's album is sonically better than Young Thug's album.
Right.
I don't care, because to me, when I'm listening to it, it sounds amazing. He's in his pocket. The beats are cold. The songs are cold. It flows well. It's tainted now for me because he talks about that stuff. When I listen to King Kong on Drip Season 3, that has Young Thug on that song. If you're real Gunna fans out there, you know. He goes, my t-shirt is V-Lone. I'm going to stick to the G code.
Yeah.
What? What G code? You ain't sticking to the G code. Like, I'm not rating that. It doesn't have the same feeling. I was a big Gunna fan. A massive, massive Gunna fan. Drip Season 3, loved Gunna, loved Drip Season 4. But I love Gunna. Or loved Gunna. But it just don't hit the same anymore, bro. It just don't. Like, it doesn't for me. And I'm not going to lie. The album is better than Young Thug's album. It is better.
Oh, okay.
No, it is a better album.
All right.
I'm not saying...
Because I thought you was going to do that.
No, bro. I'm a music...
Chuckie,
I'm a music man. It's a better album. But for me, if it's tainted with that, it just don't... Music's a feeling at the end of the day.
So let me ask you this. It's tainted. What happens now for you? Like, what happens now for you?
What do you mean?
Do you, like... What are we saying here? Are you saying that you're not going to listen to Gunna's album?
No, because I listened to it.
I know you've listened to it because you wanted to hear what.
No, I've been listening to it. I'm not saying I don't listen to it.
So then, okay.
I mean, listen. He's a snitch. I'm a civilian.
Right.
He's a snitch. But I can know as a civilian that he's a snitch and I'm still going to listen to it.
All right, but
I have less respect for him.
Yeah, but then that's got nothing. I hear that, but then that ain't got nothing to do with the music too much then. Because essentially you're saying, I listen to the music, it's better than Fugs, I've been listening to it, I just don't rate him. But that's cool, but you're still listening to the music.
All of that's true. All can be true.
Yeah, so then really...
But can I say something as well, if we're going to break down the music as well? On Gunna's album, all the songs are operating at a high level, 8, like high, innit? I'm not going to say 10s because it's not a perfect album, but 8 is consistent, 8 across the board. But see Fug's album, he might have a 9 and then a couple 3s.
Yeah. But what would you prefer though?
As an album, yeah, you want the 8s.
Right.
But I'm just saying the highs in Fug's album are higher, I think.
Yeah, I know.
So what was it? You went with Drake. That's a high.
Yeah.
Drake Gunna ain't got one of them on his album.
I hear you.
Even Mad Dog, that song Mad Dog. Please don't get me on Mad Dog. I've been playing Mad Dog like crazy. That song's crazy.
But the thing
Gunna don't have a Mad Dog.
I hear exactly where you're coming from, and I'm actually with you still, and like on elements of it. But like really and truly, at the end of the day, what does it really mean? If you're still listening to the project anyway, it means nothing.
What do you mean? What I said?
Yeah, because like you could not rate him.
Yeah,
that's fine.
No. But what was my tweet? What was my tweet? All I said is I want Thug to outsell Gunna because he stands on his principles. That was my tweet. I didn't say I'm not listening to Gunna.
You said you said Thugs was automatically better.
Yeah, but that's tongue in cheek, bro.
Okay.
That's just me being like, if I say it's just automatically better, we're not even talking about music, innit?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about because of the principle aspect of it. Obviously, if I'm breaking down music, Gunna's album's better. You can't find a tweet where I've said musically Gunna's album's not better than Thug's album. But then I've just said it's automatically better because he's really
ultimately at this point though, I guess it's really about who has the better album, isn't it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's about who's the better artist, and Thug is the better artist.
Okay, but who had the better album at this point in time?
Gunna.
Right, so then everything else.
Who's free and who's not? How can we use context here as well, please?
No, but
one man is sitting in a cell, the other man is out because he helped at the expense of that man.
Right.
No, he's not the reason he's in.
Yeah.
But he said
he's in for
YSL's a gang. He said he gave some information in order for him to be free to make this album.
Right.
While we're critiquing the man who's sitting in there and had to give us Lucy's and all of these things. It's an unfair comparison anyway.
But it's out.
And one's the better artist, and Thug's the better artist, and I will die on that hill. Any Gunna fan, tell me now, because who's the better artist? Who's got the better catalog?
I hear it. But you know what? The reality is,
Gunna didn't make Bar 6.
Listen, I'm with you. But
he didn't make Rich Gang the Tour Life with Rich Homie Quan. He ain't got that.
But do you know what the fact of the matter
Super
is?
Slimy with Future.
Do you know what the fact of the matter is?
He ain't got that.
Do you know what the fact of the matter is?
Go on.
Gunna has a better album today.
Yeah, because he's free.
Bro,
Master Splinter is free.
Bro, forget that. Today, he has the best.
Put Thug in the studio with the producers, with the Pro Tools and all of that. Let's go. Do you know what? If Thug gets out, both of you make an album. Let's do it. We have a race. You both get in the studio. You got a month to make an album. I know who's coming out with a better album.
But he's in jail,
Let's
bro.
not do this.
He's in jail.
Let's not do
but
this.
He put an album out, and it's not better.
Yep, it will sell more.
But
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
But bro, it's not better.
I can't wait for that.
It's just not better.
I don't care. First of all, Chuckie. First of all, if you want to side with the rat, fine. Just say that.
Can I be honest with you? I'm going to keep this so 100.
Go on.
I was listening to Gunna's album, yeah? And I'm going to listen to Thug's album.
How are you saying it's better if you ain't even heard Thug's album? And this doesn't even make sense now.
Because I'm just, you know what?
Everything you're saying don't make sense. Because I've dissected both of them.
Wait, hear what I'm saying? I'm trolling, but I'm also going off what you've said. Because you said it was better.
No, it is better. Gunna's album is better.
But for me anyway, you see, like, I'm a man, yeah. When it comes to music, I drive around, listen to music or whatever, yeah, and I do that all day. But I have to be honest. You see, like with Gunna, Thug, and all of them, yeah. For me personally, I only love them in doses. I can't drive around and listen to these man all day. It's not. Wait, let me finish. It's just not my style. We've got a lead here. It's just not my style of rap that I particularly love. It's just not. So like, even when I was listening to Gunna's album, I get the same feeling that I hear most times when I listen to Gunna's album. It's alright. But there's certain environments for me where I listen to Gunna and it slaps. Certain environments where I listen to Thug, it slaps. But when I'm driving around, and I'm just in my car running errands and that, them man, they're just not my type of rappers, bro. I just don't
No,
like.
I get you.
They're just not for me.
But I got two things to say to that. First of all, in this Gunna thing, man are going on like this is Gunna's best album. It's not his
of
best
course it's
album.
not.
So the way the
Bro,
internet.
why are you so triggered?
Why the way the internet? Because bro, I love Young Thug, bro. I don't like this. I love Young Thug. Young Thug is my guy. I put him up there with like Future. He's in that bracket for me. Gunna ain't there, bro. Gunna's not with them. Thug's really one of them ones.
But Gunna's got
he's
a
like
better
a
album
Future.
right
He's
now.
you're trolling me.
He does though.
Yeah, but you're trolling me. You're trolling me because you know this means a lot to me. You're trolling me. It's fine. That's fine. Oh, I've taken the bait. But let me finish my point though. Let me finish my point, right? Here's the thing. Gunna, yeah. This album's great, but it's not his best body of work. And everyone on the internet is going, he's gone 15 for 15. No, he hasn't. He hasn't gone 15 for 15. People are just exaggerating that. The reason we're excited about this is because of all of the drama around it and the theatrics around it. We wanted to see how he would bounce back. Like I said, the underdog mentality of no producers are really working with him. He has no features. The fact that he's pulled off this feat makes it look even greater. When really, Drip Season 4 was better than this even. And that's not even his best project. That's the first thing. Second thing is, who, like you said, these are not proper album artists. These are not Kendricks.
No.
These are not Nas. These aren't album artists like that.
No.
What you do is, if you're riding around in your car listening to this start to finish, you're a special type of person. Because for me, you take your best songs out of this and fling it in a playlist. That's why I said Thug's highs are higher. Because I'm going to take my 3 out of the album, and Thug's 3 are going to be better than... People are talking about that song, fuck you mean.
But do you think that you might be doing that based upon your own personal political bias?
What do you mean?
So like, really, because of what's going on...
Are the 3 best songs on Gunna's album better than the 3 best songs on Thug's album?
I can't tell you that. I can't.
I can.
But
they're not.
But is it based
and
upon...
I will die on that hill.
Is it based upon Sonics, or is it based upon all of the other stuff that's happening outside of it too? Are you forcing yourself to like it more?
Better songs.
I feel like you're forcing yourself to like it
How
more.
can you say that you ain't even heard it?
No, I'm just... Because I can just tell by your energy.
I'll send you the 3 best songs that I think are the best 3 of
cool.
Gunna's album, and then I'll send you the 3 best songs that I think are the 3 best of Thug's album, and you tell me what you think's better. Bearing in mind, by the way, all this is opinions.
Of course.
This is all opinions, because you're going to find someone that just might not even like Thug's music and only like Gunna, and vice versa. They might just like Thug and not like Gunna. Even though they make similar-ish genre of music, they might not like them as artists. You get what I'm saying? But I'm speaking to someone that's a fan of both of these artists.
I don't believe, like, I'm quite cynical anyway. I just don't even believe a lot of rappers anyway. I just believe that there's like just a small percentage of them that just like keep it 100% to their principles or whatever, and the rest just lie, and the rest or just say what they think that they would do, but really and truly they wouldn't really do that if they was in that situation. I don't believe them. Can we just, before we leave here, just very quickly, just super quickly, I wanted to bring this up just a little bit because I see this a lot on the timeline where, again, I feel like this comes up every period of time, and we'll have to dissect this properly another time. But it's like, I still keep seeing on the timeline, we need a Charlemagne, we need an Academics, or we need, and I'm like, for me, I always find that very, very interesting. I think it's so idiotic and stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's so idiotic and stupid, but I do find it kind of interesting that this is something that keeps coming up all of the time. People will say, oh, you cannot critique artists because it's small in the UK. That's bollocks. You can critique art. I critique artists all of the time. My critiquing style may not be the most popular. Reason being, I critique in a way where if they came in the room, I would say exactly the same.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? If I saw them outside and they came to me and they said to me, rah, like you said, I would say it exactly the same.
They want you to trash the artist, basically.
Yes, exactly. Or another thing that I do is, if I'm going to critique RD a certain way, I'm going to critique Gigs the same way. I'm not going to sit here and say, fuck these shit, white boy, this, and then Gigs comes with some bollocks, and then I give him a certain different... I'm not going to do that, because for me, within myself, that's just not what I do, yeah. But I understand it's not the most popular thing to do. They want people to trash the artist, and it's like, for me, what do you... When people say that there's like, you can't critique artists, it's like, this is not... That's not... Trashing an artist is not critiquing. Sitting and saying, oh, like something... Oh my God, this is the shit. That's not critique.
Yeah.
Like, critiquing is actually dissecting why something is not so good or how they can do something better or whatever. And it's like, there's no artist, there's no label, there's no company that is stopping people from putting a camera in their face and a microphone in front of them and saying what they want to say. You can do it.
Yeah.
Everyone can do it. I know some people were talking about listening parties, for example. Like, I love them. I love all of them lot. If they want to, they can go in. There's a room right there, you know.
Yeah.
They could go in that room right now. They can take a camera and a microphone, and they can say whatever they want to say, and they can call it the hearing party. They can call it that. Like, it doesn't have to be with a sheet. You can do it. But this is not about them. This is just in general. It's like, do you know what? Sometimes when you do go on camera and you say certain things, sometimes you might be held accountable for what you have said, and that is part of it. Charlemagne, when he was doing all of that, he was held accountable a lot of times. Yeah. There were times people want to be Charlemagne when he's doing that, but they don't want to be Charlemagne when shit gets really sticky.
Of course.
When man are really pulling up and stuff like that. And it's like, there's an advocate for, we need a guy that is going to be able to be in a basement hiding and speaking and that. And it's like, obviously I do listen to academics and I like him, whatever. And this is not a diss to him, but it's like, what it sounds like to me is people are advocating for a pussy-o. You want somebody who is going to be able to be somewhere hiding themselves and just screaming out shit. To me, that is so whack. Whoever wants to come and critique and scream and shout, you can put a microphone and a camera in front of your face and you can do it. There's no artist stopping anyone.
I think they just want I actually think they just want someone to look someone in the face. Even it's not even just about being on platforms like this without the artist. I think they also even like us who do interviews, Chuckie. Yeah. So like me who does Kick Game or you do the checkup or whatever. They want us to say to their face they're trash, like what Charlemagne does. They actually don't want us to just be pussies. They want us to tell the artist to their face and have them uncomfortable conversations of, that's not good, man. You know, like when Safari rapped.
Yeah.
And then Charlemagne was like, like, they want someone to do that stuff. They would just want to see fuckery. That's all it is, bro. But people want to see fuckery.
You can do it, though. If you want to do it, it can be done. I don't like this idea of the UK is too small and this, that, and that.
I'm gonna tell you straight. I'm picking and choosing. Huh? I'm telling you, I'll be straight. I'm picking and choosing who I want to do that with.
Yeah, fair.
So you get. I'm real. I'm picking and choosing. Piers Morgan comes into Kick Game. Yeah, I'm grilling.
Batter him.
Grilling. Boris Johnson grilling. All of them man grilling. I'll grill the villain. You want me to grill the person that's not a villain? Nah, fuck that.
Nah, but them man are not part of our culture, innit? Really?
I know. So who's a villain in our culture?
A villain in our culture? I don't know. I can't think
African
of
child. No, I'm joking.
I don't know where he is.
Hey.
But, love for coming through.
No, love my bro.
Thanks
as always. Come on.